Disney has failed the LGBTQ plus community time and time again. Hi, I'm Z Lee. I'm queer and I love Disney movies. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about some popular queer-coded Disney villains and discuss why their portrayals on screen are so harmful to the queer community. Since the company's beginning, Disney has been writing many of their villains to be flamboyantly queer, often even portraying their queer traits as the very things that make them evil. This dark representation of queerness in massively popular Disney films has impacted the entire LGBTQ plus community negatively. Let's talk about exactly what I mean when I say queer-coded characters. Queer coding refers to the subtextual use of queer tropes and stereotypes to fictional characters. The character's sexual identity is not explicitly stated or confirmed. The tropes and stereotypes in question are labeled as queer because of their historical association with homosexuality. In short, queer coding is when characters that are not confirmed to be queer are given traits that are typically associated with queer individuals. This could be anything, including tone of voice, facial or body features, fashion sense, hairstyle, and of course,
don't underestimate the importance of body language.
Speaking of body language, let's take a look at some well-known queer-coded characters in popular Disney films before talking about why they're so problematic. First, and arguably the most iconic, is Ursula the Sea Witch from Disney's 1989 film The Little Mermaid. Ursula is known for her long tentacle limbs, her fantastic makeup, and her desire for a young female voice.
What I want from you is your voice.
My voice?
You've got it, sweet cakes.
Her hair and makeup are clearly an homage to the well-known drag queen Divine, with her similar dramatic red lips, high eyebrows, and tall white hair. This inspiration has been confirmed by one of the co-directors who said, "Some of the early development art that Rob was doing and others were doing was really trying to get some of Divine's big, campy, overweight diva, get that into the witch. And so there are still vestiges of it in The Witch." Ursula's sexuality is never disclosed on screen, but her queerness is not subtle. Ursula's obvious queer coding has made her an icon for the LGBTQ plus community. But this does not mean that her portrayal is not problematic. Both directors of the film have confirmed that in the design of Ursula, they were attempting to make her top half into a villainous and ugly woman. This means that the creators of Ursula made her into a drag queen to make her into a monster. But Ursula is just one example of Disney's repeated offenses against portrayals of queerness. Another popular example is Captain Hook from Peter Pan. Talk of queer coding stems from Hook's long, flowy curls, excellent fashion sense, and the way he behaves on screen. His costume is simultaneously over-masculine with hints of femininity. This portrays feminine men as a warped and comical version of masculine men. Another example of a queer-coded Disney villain is Scar from The Lion King, Mufasa's brother and the main antagonist of the film. Scar is visibly slimmer and less muscular than his brother, which he makes up for with his charisma, quick wit, and extensive evil planning. Scar is visibly queer in other ways, like his limp wrist, or I suppose in Scar's case, limp paw, which is a stereotype typically associated with gay men. Without diving into these characters and their portrayals, here's a short list of some other queer-coded Disney villains that I thought of. Jafar from Aladdin, Elsa from Frozen, Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty and Maleficent, Hades from Hercules, Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians, the Evil Queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Mother Gothel from Tangled, and Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog. While it is impossible to deny that Disney has made some strides towards including more queer characters on screen, like how several recent Disney films included brief clips or mentions of queer couples, the hard truth is that Disney's efforts to include accurate portrayals of queerness on screen are extremely minimal. This complete lack of good representation in massively popular Disney films is heartbreaking to queer people who long to see a character like themselves on screen. Not only is lack of good representation hurtful, but Disney's queer-coded villains put queerness in a negative light, actively harming the community that they represent. Like how in The Little Mermaid, Ursula uses her powers to transform into a beautiful woman and seduce Prince Eric, literally getting into drag to complete her evil plan and threaten Ariel and Prince Eric's heterosexual romance. When Scar ruled the land in The Lion King, darkness and drought also ruled the land. Only when the masculine and heteronormative lion retakes the land does it return to color and prosperity. Recognizing that this film was created within the context of the AIDS crisis, the infertile and unlivable lands under Scar's leadership can be seen as a symbol for the literal incapability of the homosexuals' reproduction. In Peter Pan, the entire conflict is born from Hook's creepy fascination with Pan, showing his homosexual traits to be the very things that make him into a villain. These are only a few examples of the many ways Disney has twisted queer traits into villainous traits, making their impressionable viewers associate queerness with evil. With Disney's massive influence on popular culture, these issues will only lead LGBTQ+ individuals to feel further outcast and misunderstood. As LGBTQ+ crisis hotlines see a massive increase in calls, and many queer individuals experience daily harassment and oppression, we must be seen, we must be welcomed, and we must be able to be our queer selves happily, without fear of being perceived as villainous. For this reason, Disney must step up and start to make some large strides towards giving canonically queer characters a voice on screen. And while Disney will continue to make excuses as to why they can't possibly do this, the queer community will continue to claim queer-coded villains as our own, and sadly wish for some real representation. That's all that I have. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I enjoyed researching and talking about this topic. It's something I've been thinking about for a while. Of course, I love Ursula and all of these movies, but there's something there that's a little problematic, and I really enjoyed diving into that. And I really enjoyed this format of sharing my thoughts. So let me know if you have any ideas for topics that I could discuss in any future videos. Also, let me know what you think about this topic. Do you think that Disney should make better, actually canonically queer characters? So yeah, let me know. And for now, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time, ? Except I actually won't, because this is a video and I can't see your face. Okay, bye.